We are now actually live.
Is named Repo Man, and the plot of this movie, which is as different from Koyaanisqatsi as you can probably get, the plot of this movie probably holds the record for the longest reach of 1984. It reaches all the way from a team of men who repossess cars to aliens from outer space, and along the way it develops a wacky offbeat sense of humor with a lot of satire on the American consumer society. The film stars Emilio Estevez as a young kid who's looking for a job, and it also stars the legendary character actor Harry Dean Stanton as the veteran repo man who explains the ropes to him.
So how much do I get paid? 25 bucks a car?
Paid? You don't get paid. Are you kidding? You work on commission. That's better than being paid. Most cars you rip are worth $200 or $300. $50,000 Porsche might make you $5 grand.
It turns out that one of the cars they want to repossess has an alien in the trunk.
Oh, Dookie Wookie hurt his little hand.
You, Archie. Just for that, you're not in the gang anymore.
I'm taking over now.
Oh, leave it out.
King Archie, the invincible.
Shut up, Archie.
Hey, Debbie, watch this.
The special effects don't overwhelm this movie, and so when they do show up like there, it's a great surprise. Repo Man is one of the truly original American films of recent years, and so maybe it's no surprise that it was directed by an outsider, Alex Cox, an Englishman, whose second film was the punk docudrama I just mentioned called Sid and Nancy. This is a movie that slams a lot of different aspects of American culture into each other head on, and then it stands back to watch the sparks fly. And you know what I think one of the cult items in this movie is, and that really basically teenagers are renting this film?
Yes, I know.
They like the old guy. They like Harry Dean Stanton. He is one of these people in the 55 to 60-year-old age group who seems to speak the same language as disaffected teenagers, and when he gives in the repo code, which is how to live like a repo man, it's almost like an ersatz code for teenage life.
Okay, and I would have thought that the reason the kids are running this film, which I didn't like as much as you, is because of all the rebellious and humorous stuff in the film. When they talk about, let's go get sushi and not pay for it, that gets a big, big laugh in the theaters, and I'm sure it's funny at home. See, I think one of the key things in this cult stuff at home is it is not being rented by the typical home renter, which is a little bit older. I think that kids who go to the movies a lot are also renting these films a lot, and I think that a key to any cult movie in the theater or at home is that it be anti-authoritarian against the establishment, and this film certainly is that.
Well, then who could be more anti-authoritarian than the old anti-authoritarian himself, Mr. H.D. Stanton?
A lot of people don't realize what's really going on. They view life as a bunch of unconnected incidents and things. They don't realize that there's this, like, lattice of coincidence that lays on top of everything. I'll give you an example, show you what I mean. Suppose you're thinking about a plate of shrimp. Suddenly somebody will say, like, plate or shrimp or plate of shrimp, out of the blue, no explanation. No point in looking for one either. It's all part of a cosmic unconsciousness.
You eat a lot of acid, Miller, back in the hippie days?
I'll give you another instance. You know the way everybody's into weirdness right now? Books in all the supermarkets about Bermuda triangles, UFOs, how the Mayans invented television, that kind of thing.
I want to read them books.
Well, the way I see it, it's exactly the same. There ain't no difference between a flying saucer and a time machine. People get so hung up on specifics, they miss out on seeing the whole thing. Take South America, for example. South America, thousands of people go missing every year. Nobody knows where they go. Just like disappear. But if you think about it for a minute, you realize something. There had to be a time when there was no people, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, where did all these people come from? I'll tell you where. The future. Where'd all these people disappear to?
The past?
That's right. And how'd they get there?
How the fuck do I know?
Flying saucers. Which are really... Yeah, you got it. time machines. I think a lot about this kind of stuff. I do my best thinking on the bus. That's how come I don't drive, see?
You don't even know how to drive.
I don't want to know how. I don't want to learn, see? The more you drive, the less intelligent you are.
Meet Otto. He's a clean-cut kid in a dirty business. He repossesses cars. He's a repo man.
You gonna give me my car back, or do I gotta go to your house and shove your dog's head down the toilet?
His mission is to repossess a '64 Chevy, but hidden within its trunk
What you got in the trunk?
You don't want to look in there.
is the most important discovery in the history of our planet. Repo Man. It's a mystery.
Suppose you're thinking about a plate of shrimp. Suddenly somebody will say like plate or shrimp or plate of shrimp out of the blue, no explanation.
It's a comedy.
What are you doing? Don't do that!
It's a chase. It's the forces of law
Marlene, I'm on my coffee break.
against the representatives of discontented youth, against the finest minds in government.
I had a lobotomy in the end.
Lobotomy. Isn't that for loonies?
Not at all.
And they're all in pursuit of a '64 Chevy Malibu from who knows where.
Eyes melt, skin explodes, everybody dead.
Repo Man. The story of the ultimate repossession. Repo Man. Not just a job, it's an adventure.
Toronto, Cannes, Berlin, and Sundance, everybody chat about. Good movies, chat about. Good movies, chat about. Good movies. Good movies. Good movies. Hello, and welcome to the Good Movie Chat About, where we have good chats about good movies with good guests. I'm Lord Goo, also known as Bobby, and we are here to chat about some good movies. Welcome. Feel free to follow and even subscribe if you like what you see. Oh wait, why is it auto-playing something? That's not right. Okay. I did not know I had it on to autoplay. Yeah, and remember that tomorrow night is the big radio play stream. I've been working really hard on it. Hopefully I didn't neglect talking about Repo Man too much in service of that. No, but I'm really excited to talk about this movie today. And for our guest, who is a legend in his own right. You know him from Your Kickstarter Sucks and You Block Party and Ordering McDonald's Delivery. It's none other than producer Dan himself. Dan, welcome.
Good morning. What's going on? How you doing?
Yeah, good morning.
Thank you for having me.
It is 12:12, technically afternoon, but I mean that's technicality. I'm going your time. I am 3 p.m. though, so I've been up for a while.
Well, good afternoon to you then.
Thank you. And I'm joking about the McDonald's, but I have to say that I am also a bit of a McDonald's devotee. I'm a frequent app user, so every time you're talking about McDonald's app stuff, I'm like, you got to use the app. He's right.
I'm actually boycotting McDonald's right now.
Are you really?
Yeah, there was an issue with a delivery a few days ago, and that was the straw that broke the camel's back. So I'm off the McDonald's. I've switched to A&W for now.
Oh, okay. See, now you got good A&W up there. I mean, if I'm not doing McDonald's, I might do Popeyes. That's the other one.
Yeah, Popeyes, and we got that up here. That's another good option. I prefer that to Church's, which is, and I guess KFC, the other two chicken options we have here. So.
Well, I start talking about food because that's always what I start with on this show, because it's, we have, with movies, you have concessions. I actually was at the movies yesterday. I got a big Barks Root Beer Zero with vanilla in the Coke Freestyle. But today I just have some iced tea in a cup. You drinking anything right there? You have any soda, anything?
I've got like half a Gatorade here from last night that I could probably sip on.
You don't have to sip. It's not obligatory.
Well, no, it would get the taste of like poop out of my mouth.
Oh, you're eating
like,
poop before
sleep.
the stream.
Well, no, I got sleep mouth still. Yeah.
Okay, sure. He claims he was not eating poop before stream. I don't know.
That was last night. I was doing that.
Okay, yeah, I still got some
With the
residual
Gatorade.
poop in there. Yeah. Well, Dan, you're somebody that I follow actually on Letterboxd, and you're a bit of a movie watcher. I do a movie vibe check here at the beginning. Where are you at with movies? How do you feel about like movies in general? Watching them, all that.
Most of the time, the movies I watch are just like me and my friends every night will hang out on a Discord call or whatever and watch a movie. So it's usually their choice, and I'm kind of just along for the ride. But I don't know. I like watching movies.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I mean, my wife is also somebody that I'm lucky that she cedes to me, like, pick the movie, like, whatever, like, you can, and I'll just, and one of my favorite things to do is just scroll the various, Plex servers I'm on or whatever, streaming, and my own library, and just, like, think about the potential movies we could watch. And so I get to be the chooser, and she's always like, that sounds good. Sometimes I'll be like, how about this? There's times you don't want to just be like, hey, should we watch this like super intense movie or something? But and this is also something I talked with Libby about too, is about how she doesn't like to be the one to choose the movie. And that, it's a whole dynamic, but sometimes that's fun.
I mean, it's not that I don't like to choose the movie. It's just that my friends, whenever I do choose a movie, they get really mad about whatever it is that I've chosen. Like, for example, a couple nights ago, we watched the movie, I think it's pronounced Titan.
Oh, Titan, yes. I don't know. Actually, I'm not sure. I say Titan, but I don't know if that's right. That's just me trying to be
I don't know how it's pronounced. Yeah, it's like, it's a French-Finnish movie, I think. So I don't know how to pronounce that. But they got really mad about that one, just all the horror, the body horror stuff. They're not into that.
That's on them. That's a Cannes Award winner. That won Cannes.
Yeah. So, I loved it. I thought it was great.
It's really fucked up and cool. Yeah, that's like.
Yeah, it was kind of hot too.
You like her fucking the car? Is that unlock a kink you didn't know you had?
Yeah, I got that kink. Yeah.
That is. Yeah, we're talking Titan Clown Motel. That's right. Yeah, I loved that movie when I saw it a few years ago. Whenever it came out, I actually in the past 2 days, I've seen two of the big releases of this year, or of recent months. I saw Weapons yesterday, and I saw Eddington on Thursday. Have you seen either of those movies, Dan?
No, Eddington is actually, I think, the next movie I'll be watching with my friends probably in the next day or two. So I'm looking forward to that.
That'll be a fun one to watch with your friends. There's some crazy shit that happens in there.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah.
And then I want to see Weapons. I don't think it's online yet, though. I don't really go to the theater too often.
You know what, Dan? That's valid, and I respect that. Because there are some people, like, I don't take... I'm Swiss in this. I like going to the movies, but I also love making my own movie theater at home and, like, get like taking a gummy and like getting all my snacks ready and being able to pause it to go take a piss or whenever I want.
That's the big one for me, is being able to shit and piss whenever I want and not miss anything.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm a big shitter and pisser. So.
And so like we need the movie theaters and people that do like going to the movies to go to the movies, because that's how actually the economics, the only way they work is if they have theatrical releases.
I'm not helping.
No,
but that's at all.
But that's okay. I still think there's nothing wrong with the person that just prefers watching movies at home. Like, so that's why if you are a person that can go to the movies, go. But like, I also totally get it. And also, I don't really like most new movies. So, and there's not any good repertory theater near me. I mean, like, there's plenty of like old movies that I'd love that if there was a good, decent. I mean, there's one by where I used to live, closer to DC in Silver Spring. But that's now a drive from me that I don't usually want to make. But
fair enough.
Yeah, so I'm just watching Criterion Channel and, Oh, and by the way, whenever I talk about Plex on this, the canon of my show is that's what I call the local multiplex, where I go to see the movies legally always.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, I see all my movies legally as well.
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, like, at some point they're gonna catch on. I mean, they already are. They're doing the stuff like you have to do the Plex Pass and whatever. Like they're gonna crack down. So I'm just trying to enjoy that while I can, because I've seen when these things turn in the past.
Yeah, it does. It does seem like they're making the user experience worse and worse with everything they do. So
yeah, just like trying to watch it in a browser at times is like they don't want you to find your friends' libraries. It's like
I don't get. They don't want you to use their software. I guess I don't get it.
I mean, yeah, no, they want you to pay to use the software through like actually hosting your shit. But like if you're just trying to, have a free account where you're getting on your friends' servers, they do not give a shit about you, which I mean, I guess fair. So that's actually good, because I was, if you had seen Weapons, I was fully prepared to just like put up text over the screen to say like we are spoilering Weapons right now, talking about it, because like, and when you see it, you'll understand. Like but at the same time, I would encourage you to to look at as little as possible for that one. I think it is like, I'm not a big no spoilers person. Like, I think that if your movie can be ruined by spoilers, it's not a very good movie. And this movie I don't think would be ruined by still think it's a great movie, and I'm looking forward to rewatching it. But it's a fun experience to go in knowing as little as possible. So
I mean, I kind of just do that with every movie I see. I try to learn as little about it as possible before I go see it. Because usually I'll learn something and it'll just make me not want to go see it. So I just try to avoid that.
Yeah, and I find that I try to do that, and I always just like ambiently take in information. So like we go to see a movie and my wife's like, "Oh, this person's in it," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I knew about all this." I was like, "Oh yeah," like we went and saw Superman, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I knew that they were gonna do a." Did you see Superman yet? That just came out on the sites on digital. So
my friend watched that last night. I was gonna watch it with him, but I went to a basketball game instead. So
oh wow! See, so you leave the house to go to a basketball game, but not the movies.
Well, I live in Vancouver. We get 2 professional basketball games a year, so I had to go to. Yeah, it's dire.
You gotta get you guys a team again.
I know.
Well, I mean, it could be worse. You could have a team that sucks, like the Washington Wizards. So.
That's true, yeah. I mean, I'm an Orlando Magic fan, so.
Well, there's some good stuff there in the.
It's starting to get, they're more exciting these days than they were a few years ago.
Plus, in the legacy and in the history, I mean, like Wizards, it's tough. It's tough.
Not a lot going on there.
No, not since the 70s. So anyway, and then Eddington was just a really fun. I mean, like. It's a very divisive movie, as all Ari Aster movies are. Did you like Beau is Afraid? Were you a Beau is Afraid?
I don't think I saw that.
Okay. I mean, another tough watch. It's like 2.5, 3 hours, and it's basically an extended panic attack kind of movie where it's like a guy that's like extremely anxious, having all his worst anxieties like happen at all times like throughout the movie.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like something I would. That sounds like a movie about me, actually.
I mean, it's one of the funniest movies I've seen in several years. I mean, like, it made me howl laughing, and Eddington made me laugh a lot too. But it was also like, I don't know, I liked it a lot because. So I've been watching like a lot of old movies for a while, and I've gotten more and more into westerns, and it was like cool because it's in the middle of the Southwest. It takes place in like New Mexico, and so like it has and it's kind of a really small town, so it still has like you can so easily just like evoke western, like having people meet at the crossroads, even if they're like still like more modern buildings, or maybe you see like a car like that's more modern. But so that's what I really loved about Eddington was like, and it also is and it's funny because I also this week, as I know you watched as well, because I already watched the YKS, I did also watch War of the Worlds this week.
Yeah, that movie's something else. If anyone in your audience hasn't seen that, I recommend watching it.
Well, the thing I'm doing on my stream tomorrow is like a parody. It's like a parody of the radio broadcast that Orson Welles did of War of the Worlds back in the 1930s,
right?
Which it was like early in radio, and people, and so he was like doing the first ever like mockumentary, like actually making it sound like a news broadcast, and then people really thought that there was aliens.
Right. Yeah, I've heard about that. That's some good shit. Right
Yeah,
there.
well, so there's kind of like a legacy of the story being used to like in different contexts to be like, oh, it's like real or whatever. But like War of the Worlds was so incompetent with just how it used to. I mean, I loved like Mike and JF just going in on like just all the various tech like setup shit like that doesn't make any sense.
yeah, it was a lot of fun.
But then watching Eddington, like it was one of the few movies where it didn't bother me anytime that there was like somebody showing a phone or like getting a text and showing a website or like things like that. Like it actually never even once was I like, well, that's not kind of how the website is, or like that's like really convenient or whatever. I mean, like there's some stuff like that, like Austin Butler's sort of character's website, but like it was like it just didn't bother me. Like it just used it so, and it's like really important to the story too, though. Like it's all like people taking out their phones and filming and shit like that is constantly happening, and it's like it didn't feel completely stupid as that often
That's
can.
good.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, that's something that really bothers me about movies a lot of the time. Like that annoys me way more than it should. Just any use of technology like that, and
it's never been
the way
good.
they shoehorn it in, and half the time
it's never been good. Like it from all the way back to the 2000s, like just like even cell phones and stuff. Like, I mean, somebody's just talking on a cell phone, it's whatever. But it's like the second that it's like texting or that there's like. Yeah, and then certainly, computer shit. Like, it was one thing, like, I miss, like, we need to just go back to, like, the 90s, like, the net and hackers, like, where it looks stupid, but it's, like, that's just what TV internet looks like, because it's better that way, because
I completely agree.
That's how it ends up looking anyway. When you make it, like, accurate to how it looks the moment you filmed it, then it's, like, instantly dated when it comes out, a year later or whatever. So just keep them looking like hackers. That's what we're resolving today.
Another great film, by the way.
Oh yeah, I mean, any like 90s movie that's like about technology. Have you seen Virtuosity with Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe?
I don't know if I have. That sounds familiar though.
Russell Crowe is like a really insane like serial killer guy that's like his brain is like in a program now or something, and Denzel Washington is like a prisoner who has to go in to fight him, and it's like crazy. It's a fucking awesome movie, and it's like among Russell Crowe's like most like unhinged performances where he's really going, and he's young too because this was in the 90s. Another one
I'm gonna add this to my watch list here real quick.
Another one I love is Disclosure, which isn't as good because that one's more like a Michael Douglas like romantic thriller, like Basic Instinct era kind of thing.
Okay.
But it has my favorite first line of a movie ever, and it's his daughter. Like it's like his computer, and there's a print, like the printer's printing something out, and she takes it and she goes, "Dad, you gotta email," and she runs it to him, and that's the first line of the movie, and that's my favorite.
Oh my god.
I just love Dad, you gotta email.
Pulling an email out of the printer,
yes,
to let him know that's how he notifies himself.
He's got it set to auto print. When it gets the email in, it automatically prints. That's the early 90s, like very tech wizard. Or like anytime that it's like someone's got a phone in their car in the 80s or 90s, it's like the most like rich, fancy, or technological person ever.
Yeah, when I saw that shit as a kid, I was like, oh my god,
they must be
I want
billionaire.
that in my car when yeah.
I mean, it was though, kind of. So when did you watch the movie that we're talking about today, Repo Man?
I think it was about 4 or 5 days ago.
Okay, so it wasn't. So have you watched a movie since then? What was the last movie you watched?
I think it was Titan. Was the last one I watched.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's great. I mean, the like lead performance, both of the like her and like the dad guy, like both of them are like incredible, and the ending is fucking insane too.
Yeah, I think the ending is why my friends didn't like it much.
It's if a movie has an insane ending and an insane beginning, like that's hard to, and it does have an insane, because it's like total tone shift as well in the movie, like at a certain point where like it starts off as like one thing and then it becomes a completely different thing.
Yeah, it was fun to make my friends sit through that, knowing that they hated it. I loved it. For the record, I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I mean, you and the Cannes Film Festival jury, which is like literally the highest jury of film people ever, and hey,
yeah,
they loved Emilia Perez, so what can they ever get wrong? That's just
now. Which one was Emilia Perez again? I think that was the one I skipped.
That was the one that everyone hated. That was the one that has "From Penis to Vagina" song in
right.
it. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I never saw that shit.
So it won a special jury prize at Cannes, and it also won Best Actress, tied for every actress in the movie. They all shared Best Actress at Cannes last year. So that was when that movie was coming out. I was like, oh, I'm excited to see this then, if it like has... Also, the director's like past movies are actually kind of cool, like crime, like thriller dramas and stuff that aren't really like this. And then, like, it's crazy how that movie played so differently with, like, people in the film industry versus, like, the general public. So, like, when it went to all the film festivals, everybody was, like, falling all over themselves. That they're like, oh, it's amazing. And then the second that it showed to anyone that was, like, actually trans or Mexican or, like, any of the things in the movie, they're like, what the fuck is this shit?
Okay, yeah, I remember all of this.
It's just funny how, like, that... how those are different. Like, that's when people are like, Hollywood's out of touch. It's like, well, when shit like that happens, hard to argue.
Hard to argue.
So when you're like picking out movies for yourself or for your friends, like, are you looking to stuff that's like, oh, I've heard this is like batshit in some way? Is that kind of your guiding principle?
Yeah, generally, or if it's just got like someone I like in it, or if the sound, like for Repo Man, the soundtrack I think played a lot in my reasoning for wanting to watch it.
Yeah, I actually, I almost put in the pre-show, I watched a short interview with Iggy Pop about the song that he did, and like he was, apparently, like when Alex Cox came to him, he was like at the lowest point in his career, kind of, and it was a huge sort of lifeline to get to do this song, and also Alex Cox was like, do whatever you want. Just write a song for my movie.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so he was like...
kicked ass. The song was great.
Yeah, is that the one in the credits? Is it the Repo Man?
Yes.
Yeah, which is, yeah, I mean, it does. It has a... Well, it's like the music... To me, this is the ultimate... And we could just start talking about Repo Man now. I don't give a shit. It's a little earlier than we usually do, but this movie's cool. To me, it's the ultimate vibes movie. Like, it's a great movie to put on and watch, like, the whole thing, paying attention. It's also one of the best put on in the background movies. Like, it just is great to have ambiently on. Like, it's a cool hang, like, more than anything, is how I feel about the movie.
Yeah, like, I intended to watch it a couple more times just as background noise, but I got a little busy. But yeah, it's like
it's always
a great movie for that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll be watching it again this week for sure.
Nice. I'm glad you really liked it. Yeah, I mean, it's like it does. It just there's not a scene that where I'm like, I don't really care about this scene. I'm always like, oh yeah, I like this guy. I like this part. I like the it's everything's just kind of laid back.
Yeah, there's always
fun.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, and even though there's like this really silly kind of sci-fi layer on it and this like alien story that's happening, like even when all of that's like happening and people are getting vaporized and shit, which I mean, this movie opens with a cop getting vaporized. What better opening for a movie can there be? Immediately,
like I was hooked as soon as I saw that. I was like, all right, I'm in.
Within the first minute, a cop is just fully vaporized. But, oh great, Abby the cat just opened the door, so I'm hearing myself in the background again, but it's fine. Anyway, yeah, so the first thing happens is the cop is vaporized. It's, like, got the low-tech, like, special effects, kind of, and the, like, but more than anything, it's just the script. It's just a really, like, I don't know, Alex Cox is such a cool filmmaker. Have you seen any of his other films? Like, have you seen Sid and Nancy?
I think I have a very long time, like when I was a teenager maybe. It's been a while since I've seen that, but I have seen it.
Yeah, I actually haven't seen Sid and Nancy. Of course, this is the one that came first. This is the one that really made him, and then he got to do, like, Sid and Nancy was a higher profile, and then he got to make another movie, which I'm going to talk about a little later, called Walker, which was a really cool movie that just totally... He, like, took a torpedo to his own career to make the most, like, anarchist, anti-capitalist movie about how, like, the military-industrial complex in America are the great evil in the world and stuff. And so then he didn't get to make any other studio movies after that. And if you look at, like, his filmography, it's just, like, smaller budget. Now,
yeah, it says here he was replaced as the director for Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. So maybe he was still trying to get going. Yeah, so then that became Terry Gilliam did that one, which makes sense. But yeah, I mean, he's still a really, really cool guy. Actually, he was on Chapo, I want to say last year at some point. He did a whole Chapo.
Oh, really?
Will interviewed him, and it's really, really great because he's just like a really interesting guy. I mean, just all around. And yeah, he was kind of just like a punk kid, and he had his producers that he really trusted, and they were able to kind of do it without any like real studio oversight on it. And it has the executive producer, the ultimate money guy, was Michael Nesmith. Do you know who Michael Nesmith is?
Of course, legend, Monkey.
He's from the Monkees.
From is the Monkees.
Yeah, but I mean, he does have kind of a cool post-Monkees career of producing and stuff. He was a cool guy. I think he's dead.
I wasn't aware of that, and then I saw his name in the credits, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
What else has this guy been up to?
So he really was able to just kind of allow it to be pretty hands-off, really, in terms of, and so. Yeah, and then they were able to luck out and get two pretty bankable stars in it as well. Like, even then, I mean, not bankable for Harry Dean Stanton. He's not like, you don't sell your movie on Harry Dean Stanton, but he certainly was already like very respected actor who had already like really established his kind of character type, and it was exactly like what they wanted for this part.
Yeah, he was awesome in this.
Yeah, I mean, this is the ultimate Harry Dean Stanton. I mean, this is his best, which is funny because he did not have a good time filming this.
You can kind of tell that he didn't enjoy it.
There were scenes that he was supposed to be in that Alex Cox rewrote to not have him in, and that was when the one other Repo Man, the black guy that's really cool, was sort of sometimes.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Some of those scenes I think were originally meant to be Harry Dean Stanton and Otto Emilio Estevez. But yeah, I actually almost feel like it made it even more of like an ensemble, and then at the end when they're all like joining together or whatever, it's kind of it's cool. I mean, like, I don't mean to be so like Western build and making everything's a Western, but there are parts of this where like what I get the feeling of how he like is selling the Repo Man fantasy of like, because you don't expect like somebody that repossesses things, that can't be like a cool person, but it's like these are people that are above the law, like they're kind of mercenary and they get to operate, so they get to have drag races down the LA River and shit. Like that was the scene where I'm like, this is like in a Western with like cowboys like just like doing some fucking chase for no reason because they're like peacocking or whatever, because it's the car thieves, the brothers, and the Emilio and Harry Dean there.
Yeah, a lot of it did seem like sort of a Dukes of Hazzard episode in that regard, which it's great. I loved that show growing up, despite the
Right, and it's like they're not the law, but they're also like very much a representative of like the man, right? Which is the ultimate power. Who has the ultimate power? Like, who ultimately pulls the strings? Money. It's like they owe money, so that they operate on behalf of money. Like and so they are working for them, but they aren't working for the law, and like they get to break into cars and hotwire them like as a part of the official business. So it's like they have an outlaw type of like, as well as like the mercenary kind of sense that is really cool.
Yeah, it's badass. I loved it.
So one of my favorite moments, because so we start with Emilio Estevez, who also, we should say, he like his agents and managers at this time, when he was like starting to be like kind of a hot young actor. I don't know what else he'd done, but his brother, I think, was already like Charlie was starting to get big, and certainly with his dad. Martin Sheen, he's got that Nepo baby shine on him as well.
Oh, is he Martin Sheen's son? I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah. He's got that sheen on him. And he I think looks a lot more like his dad than Charlie does. Emilio, especially like you look at young Martin Sheen, he looks a lot like Emilio. And so his agents and managers were like, no, he's not doing small movies. He's doing big movies. We're not interested. And they had to like go around and through his like friends or something, get the script to him so that he could see it. And he's like, yeah, this is cool. And I think, again, Emilio Estevez's best performance. He's really good in this. He's fun. Like as a
he was really good.
Yeah, he's kind of like the Marty McFly, sort of like the main teen kid that's like sort of brought into this like world, and so he's great. And he's...
Okay, so this was after The Outsiders.
Okay, so The Outsiders had happened, which was a lot. Which was like Tom Cruise's maybe his first one as well. So like a lot of young actors were launched off of The Outsiders. Even though I actually don't know how well that movie did. Maybe it did do well. I don't know. It was Francis Ford Coppola, so but. Yeah, so, he starts as this, like, punk kid, sort of, but he's more clean-cut than the rest of his punk friends, and he's, like, he doesn't feel totally comfortable there, and then...
Yeah, he's what I would call a poser.
Yes.
I think is what I would call him.
Yes, very much. And then his girlfriend tells him to go get her a beer, and he comes back, and she's already, like, totally naked with another guy.
Yeah, I was like, damn, dude, that sucks. Should probably get out of that house now.
That's the iconic look to me, though, of Emilio's character. I was saying that I want to do the cosplay of it when I was watching it, where he's in his, like, tighty whities, but he has the flannel shirt tied around his waist and, like, the sleeveless gray, like, shirt, like, and his one earring with the cross or whatever and the buzz cut. I was like, that's the look. That's it. That's the total look.
And then he leaves and just starts singing TV Party by Black Flag for some reason.
Yeah.
Walking down the street.
Yeah.
Really weird.
Yeah, he just goes to be by himself and be a little emo boy, and then eventually, he gets roped into a repo job with Harry Dean, which is also a really fun how he ropes him into it. He's like, my wife, she's in labor, and I need to get her car, and this is her car, but she's in the hospital. I just need your help to get this car or whatever. And of course, it's like some like Mexican guy's car, and he's he starts the car, and it's like playing whatever like sort of
the ranchero music or whatever.
Exactly.
It is,
And so then he gets, and then he brings it back to the repo lot. And that's when you first meet like everyone in the office and all those characters, and he goes, "What about your wife?" And he's like, "Oh." Harry Dean Stanton goes, "Oh, well, she could take the bus."
Great line.
Because like it's, and that's the other thing is that what you get to know about these people is like, they lie, they fucking steal, like they're like, and that's when the other repo guy. When he's like, don't look down on the car thieves. It's like, they're the same as us. Like, we're all doing the same thing. Like, they're just doing it, for themselves. There's really no difference. And yeah, they're great. I keep saying the other guy. I need to look up what the character's name is. Hang on.
I would say it, but I don't remember. I don't remember anyone's name. I'm really bad with names.
Yeah.
In movies.
Light, I think. Light.
Right, yeah, that's it, yeah.
Lite. He's really cool. The other character I really love is the Tracy Walter character, who's the guy that is the one that was talking that just hangs out in the lot. I think he's maybe a mechanic or something, but he's the one that also doesn't drive.
Right.
And he's like, I had to put that before the stream because I love his like little monologue about the the more you drive, the dumber you are, or whatever.
That really resonated with me because I have never had a license in my life, so I think there might be something to that.
I would agree with you, but then the other person that I know would make a genius is Stefan, and from what I know about Stefan, I don't know if he's a genius.
I mean, I'm definitely smarter than
See Stefan in Flight of the Falcon tomorrow. He is playing Falcon Heen himself, the balloon boy. So that's tomorrow night.
We'll see. I didn't know. So he has to read lines. I didn't know he could read.
I wrote it for Stefan. I wrote it in his voice. And it's he's playing a dumb child, so it's like it's okay.
I'm just joking. I'm sorry, Stefan.
I wrote very far into the script before I wrote anything for his character besides and I'm like,
perfect.
This is for Stefan. Yeah, this is for Stefan. But yeah, that guy. A really philosophical one who in the end gets to drive the magical glowing car, which is also just the way that they do these effects in this movie that are like, you can figure it out, like how they did all of them if you wanted to.
Yeah, it's pretty much all practical effects, I'd imagine.
Yeah, and like lighting and maybe some like light, painting of the frame or whatever afterwards, but like they weren't going crazy. Right, you do a lot of acid back in the 60s, exactly. He is like the kind of the like archetype of the burnout that's actually the smartest one, kind of, that is the one that actually knows everything. And I love his character. I love how he plays it. But let's see what else. Oh, another one of the great Harry Dean lines about the rules of his car. No communists, no commies, and no Christians either. And it's like, okay, the first half I was kind of like, I don't know about Harry Dean's character. And then when he goes, no Christians, you're like, okay, maybe he's all right.
Yeah, he's both sides in his shit, so we're good.
I can accept peace on these terms. No commies, no Christians. That's good.
Yeah, I can agree with that,
That's right.
I'll give up commies if we're getting rid of Christians too. That's fine.
Yeah, well, and also I love the references to there's all this really cool just like satirical touches. Specifically the like labels, of course, beer and like soda or whatever it says, where they have the just generic for every type of food. And it starts off with him working in the supermarket, so you see like a bunch of them. And what I learned from my one of the special features on my Criterion disc is that started basically from necessity. They really did try to get like a beer or companies to like actually do the product placement, like so that they could have whatever. And no one wanted to be involved with it, so they were like, well, they started by just like getting the like you go to like the prop shop or whatever that there is in LA, and they have those generics, and then like, what if we just like do this? And it creates such a environment so much.
I don't know why, but yeah, it does help.
Right.
Sure.
Like, and there's other things like the way that like his parents are when he goes home, and the one time you see his parents and they're like hypnotized by the TV and have said that they gave all their savings to this crazy TV preacher or whatever. And that's the last time you see him. You're just like, that's what his home life is. That's where he's from. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of feels like America. I mean, like, so it's like, it's exaggerated, but at the same time you're like, yeah, but it's based on real.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that landed for sure.
Yeah, Alex Cox is so funny. Like, there's just so many great little jokes. Like, another thing I love is he the first guy to really clown on Scientology with talking about diuretics, which is also funny to call it diuretics, which is like medicine that makes you shit or whatever. So that's also funny, but like I think it's a great like representation of sort of like woo-woo kind of like whatever you call it. Yeah, it makes you piss. That's sort of pseudoscience or like pseudo-intellectual crap That's just somebody making stuff up. And then but of course, a couple of the Repo men are reading it and are into it.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's like, again, it's like such a neat, like, assembling of people, and they don't try to make them all cool. Like, for example, the former cop guy who sucks really bad, but it's funny. It's funny how bad he sucks. Like,
yeah, those whole scenes with those guys are just fucking ridiculous. I love that.
Yeah, no, it's really, really great. And yeah, and then how he, like, in the end, of course, like, immediately, like, turns on them, and so then when he gets killed, it's really great. I love to hate that guy.
Yeah, they did really good with his character.
Oh, also, the thing about John Wayne is based on a real thing that Alex Cox heard from somebody. That, like,
I've heard that a lot, too, actually, yeah.
So, he's like, yeah, well, you probably heard it a lot because it was in this movie, honestly.
Yeah, you're probably right. This movie probably popularized that.
So, anyway, it's good. I mean, but, like, even that, like, you know, calling John Wayne the F slur, even that is, like, Alex Cox just, like, shitting or take, I would say, because he's British, taking the piss on America by even just, like, saying that about John Wayne. Like, is really a little lady, like, he likes to wear dresses or whatever.
Yeah, like, putting that in a movie like this is just really strange.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
it
like,
just seemed really out of place, but at the same time,
who says it
like,
is that same, you know, crazy guy. His name is Miller. And he's the one that says it. And so again, he says the wild out there thing that, but maybe he's got a point type of thing. Like, maybe he's right.
That's
like,
true.
he's the one that is like secret intelligence or something.
Yeah, I guess I was like, oh yeah, these guys probably would be talking about shit like this, you know, on the lunch break or whatever.
So another thing about this movie is that it fucking looks amazing. And the reason it looks amazing is because it is shot by Robbie Mueller, who is one of the most famous cinematographers. He did Paris, Texas, Wim Wenders' Dancing in the Dark, Ghost Dog with Samurai, Dead Man, Live and Die in L.A., incredible. Was that the...
Quite the resume.
Yeah, and... let's see. So he was already, like, a really well-respected guy, and somehow they got him to do this movie, and they were just, like, they owe so much to how good this movie looks that he did it. Like, there were things that Alex Cox was like, I wanted him to do more handheld, and he was, like, really, really opposed to doing handheld shots. He liked to have the tripod and to really have the full scenery and everything, and there were times where... there was one example where when he throws, like, the gift out the window and then it's full of... And, like, they show the insert where it's full of money. He was, like, wildly opposed to doing an insert shot there. He's like, no inserts. I don't do inserts. And so they, like, did it quickly without him, and they put it on. And he went up... This Dutch man goes up to one of the producers, and he goes, "You're worse than a studio executive!" And it was, like, the most, like, the, like, worst slur you could call one of these guys, is calling them, like, a studio executive.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
But it's, like, he was just very established, and they didn't want to really... push him too much because they're like, yeah, we're lucking out to have Robbie Mueller shooting this thing, and it looks so, like, awesome. There's just so many great shots. Yeah, and again, with the vibe, it's like that's all established with him and his lighting and everything. Like, the way that the fucking, like, convenience store looks is perfect. Like, all these things, like, look exactly right. And yeah, they're grimy, and when they're supposed to be grimy, and, like...
Yeah, like the shots in the alley at night and shit looked really nice.
And even when it's, like, sunny, it looks like it's, like, too hot sunny. It's, like, too sunny.
Yeah.
It's like, that still looks miserable.
Very warm.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's L.A. It's, like, it really... And it's like, such an honest portrayal of L.A., too. We've done a bunch of L.A. movies lately. Did Shortcuts recently, and Sunset Boulevard, obviously. And this is one that really, like, wanted to, sort of like Shortcuts does this a bit too, wants to represent, like, not the glitzy LA, like what the real LA is like a bunch of freaks like that are,
yeah,
and it's kind of grimy or whatever, but, like, also it's people are having a good time and hanging out. So yeah, I saw you're talking about the LA Wasteland, Emilio. I'm interested to see what else makes the cut in that genre. One of the credited agents, which they're credited as blonde agents, which is really funny that like all the like government agents are also like Aryan coded blonde guys in Agent Smith suits.
Checks out.
One of the credited agents is Jimmy Buffett.
Really?
Yep.
Was he in this?
Let's see if it's the actual Jimmy Buffett. I actually didn't. Hang on a second. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's the Jimmy Buffett. It is. Yeah, he's one of the
That's
one of the
crazy.
agents. Yeah. So that's fun. That's kind of fun because this would have been probably sort of early in his career, wouldn't it? In '84. It's not. I don't know when he actually started. I don't know anything about Jimmy Buffett.
I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know anything about Jimmy Buffett, really.
I am not a parrot head. I am in no way a parrot head. But also another thing I like about the movie is that it in the same way that I was like, oh, I'm getting Western vibes for this, it does like the classic trope like of playing with movie tropes a lot. Like one of my favorites is when they go into the elevator in the hospital, and then when the doors open up, like they go in there with the nurse and the doctor, and when the doors open up, the nurse and doctor are knocked out and they're wearing their clothes. It's like that has happened in so many movies, but just like this movie's like, yeah, of course, you know how this happens. It's like in a movie. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, Repo Man, Heat, The Big Lebowski. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, this, like, what else can you say about Repo Man? It's like, I mean, a lot. There's a lot more to say. But like, I mean, it's, what else, like, what I just say to people is, this is one of the most like universal recommend movies for me. I mean, I guess not everybody would be down with Repo Man, I guess.
I don't know. Everyone I know would be down with this shit, but
right. I mean, anybody cool
degenerates.
would be down with it for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I guess what I'm saying is you know a lot of losers.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, nobody actually changes. This is another thing. Is this why I say it's like a great hang movie? Is like, even though there is this like escalating sort of plot line of this alien car or whatever, aliens in this car, and the government or X-Files like pursuit of it, and all this keeps kind of escalating. The characters remain completely the same. It just kind of keeps all happening around them, and you're just like hanging out with your friends as like this crazy shit goes on, including like a really crazy convenience store shootout as well. I love that.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
The crazy everybody's got a gun pointing at everyone type of like another classic like movie trope.
Yeah,
especially from westerns, right? And it just, of course, just one like chain reaction, just everywhere. Everybody starts shooting everyone. Yeah, it's that's like the Old West here, and it's like kind of, and this was sort of like what I got out of Eddington as well. Is it's like there's a reason that the West, like westerns, are like the framing of so much of American culture and American movies and stuff, or like what you think of the uniquely American genres and stuff, and also that's like, you know, Alex Cox is a British director making a movie in America, so he's leaning into that kind of Americana Western type of vibe.
I didn't know that he was British. That makes a lot of sense, though.
Yeah, he is a British punk guy who's really cool. I would love to hang out with Alex Cox and just, you know, smoke a joint and chill out with him. It would probably be really fun.
I think I could hang with him probably.
Oh yeah. No, he's a super cool guy. I also like, and again with like, there are the like car thieves, and there are the repo men, and there are like the bad, like if anybody's like a bad guy, it's these like faceless government agents kind of, I guess.
Yeah, I would say they were probably the bad guys in this.
But everybody's just kind of there. Like, it's not necessarily like cops and robbers with these.
No, no one's necessarily good in this.
Right.
Really.
With the brothers and stuff, like they're just kind of also doing, and of course, like their allegiances, like they end up coming to save Otto, and Otto ends up with them, and the secretary from the repo office, like they're all together at the end, and like because it's all just like coming to a head in a really fun way. I mean, like. And it's coming to a head. Also, it's like sometimes it's like, well, yeah, this is what the movie needs now. We're coming towards the end now. We need to kind of bring everybody together and have it all kind of amp up in a fun way. But it's still like it has such a laid back attitude. Like my favorite is when Emilio's deciding to get in the car at the end, and what's the character's name? Layla. That is. His romantic interest, which also when they first have sex is another really funny part. When they're just like out of the car, and she's like, "Well, should we go back and fool around or whatever?" They just like do the sped up, like you can hear like the fast forwarding of them getting in the car and like the cart going like that or whatever.
That caught me a little off guard for sure. I like that.
Yeah, well,
it really seemed out of place.
But also, I think part of that is like playing with tropes too, because you're like, oh well, she's like going to be like he's gonna have to chase her, and she's not gonna be interested. But it's like, no, she's like, no, let's have sex. Let's whatever. You're hot, I'm hot. Let's fuck. It's like, yeah, that's kind of like where these people are at. But then at the end of the movie, and she's kind of turned him in at this point to the authorities or whatever, so he's maybe not as hot on her at the end, but she's like, what about our relationship? And he just goes, fuck that. Just gets up to get in this car to go fly away, much like the end of this is another movie, actually, other movie I'd like to talk to you about. Dan, have you seen Southland Tales?
I don't think so, no. Let me look this one up.
That's one for your list as well. I'm actually surprised you haven't seen that one either. Now, some people will try to tell you that it's actually a good movie, and it's not.
Well, I see the stars are listed as Dwayne Johnson, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and Sean William Scott.
Dan, can you do me a favor? Hover over Dwayne Johnson's name to see what his character's name is, and read it aloud for me.
Boxer Santaros.
That's right.
That's it? Boxer Santaros?
Boxer Santaros, that's right. And he's like a big movie star and writer as well. He's written a movie that's gonna like change everything. And he has a character tick where he goes like this constantly.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Ooh, I'm looking at some screenshots from this film. I think I will like this. I'm gonna have to check this out.
It is a great time. Like my wife and I will watch it and just howl laughing the whole time. Where I go crazy is where people are like, actually, it's really it is really prescient and it really says a lot. And it's like it's like I was alive when this came out. I was like in college when this came out, so I know that this is just warmed over like anti-Bush like bullshit, which is like, I mean, yeah, of course, fuck Bush. I'm not saying, you know.
Yeah, but this is not hating on Bush for the right reasons, I assume.
Or it's just kind of like, It came out in 2005, and I think it takes place in 2006 or something. Like, it's like trying to do like near future, so it's so crazy dated now.
Okay.
One of the first Justin Timberlake acting roles where he's kind of crazy. There is a whole performance of all these things that I've done by the Killers that Justin Timberlake lip syncs.
Oh my god.
They've cast Justin Timberlake, a noted singer, and they're like, lip sync this song, Justin. Anyway, there's a lot. Sarah Michelle Gellar. I mean, so many.
It's got Kevin Smith in it.
Yes, so many SNL people are in it as well.
Yeah, Sherry O'Terry.
Yeah,
John
Amy
Lovitz.
Poehler. And Wallace Shawn, Biling. I mean, the little woman from Poltergeist. Everybody's in the fucking movie. But anyway, that's a really crazy one that I think you would like. But it is a very funny. Anyway, the end is sort of similar to the end of Repo Man. Yeah, and there's another. Speaking of Titan, thank you, Abby. There is a part where cars fuck. You may have even seen.
So this will be right up my alley then.
It's in a car commercial, and it's like one Hummer like humping another Hummer, like totally like fucking it from behind, and they actually like zoom into like it going in the exhaust pipe or whatever. Yeah, the tailpipe.
Oh, they show the penetration.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you may have even seen that as like a GIF or like something out of context, because that is a really funny part. And
I'll be searching it up as soon as we get off here.
The last thing I will say about this movie is that Sarah Michelle Gellar plays a teen idol, like pop idol / porn star named Krista Now, who makes a hit song called "Teen Horniness Is Not a Crime," and they sing a whole song called "Teen Horniness Is Not a Crime."
Okay, maybe I won't watch this then.
No,
that sounds.
No, it's good. It's good. There's nothing pedo in like how they do it.
Okay, so she's talking like being an 18 or 19 and.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, this was Sarah Michelle Gellar playing a teenager well into her 30s. Obviously.
Yeah, of course. Okay, wait. Yeah, that's fine. I'll be able to get over that. I think.
Anyway, crazy movie but it's also Southland, and it's relevant to this movie because it is South California, southern LA. Like, it's referring to the same kind of spot. It's just like the 2000s, and I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I'm sure actually that Richard Kelly was partially inspired by Repo Man in that. I'd be shocked if he wasn't. I've never really liked that guy that much, though. That's the guy that did Donnie Darko. You Donnie Darko guy?
Oh, I mean, I saw it. I didn't love it the way everyone else did.
Yeah, same.
It's a movie. It's whatever.
It hit while I was in high school, and it became the thing that was like, let's all get together and watch Donnie Darko. And I remember just being like, okay, this movie's like, I like the part where Head Over Heels plays because that's a good song.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I'm kind of in the same boat. Yeah, it was a movie. It came out.
Yeah. And so but this was the movie that he got to make off of that.
Oh, okay.
So this was kind of his
passion project.
And that's how he got so many big actors and stuff in it, because Donnie Darko was like this huge rental hit or whatever. Like it kind of was it gained an instant kind of cult status.
And I see he really only did one film after this.
Is that The Box?
I can tell.
The Box, which I have also seen, and that is so stupid. It's like a Twilight Zone episode blown up to an entire movie.
But in a bad way?
Yes, because it's written by him. But the premise is that there's like a box, and if you press a button in it, you'll get like a bunch of money, but somebody randomly will die or something. It's something like that. It's like it's like some like would you rather question. It's like this movie is adapted from a would you rather game. Like that's like how they came up with it.
And it's 115 minutes long, so that's Jesus Christ, man.
No, I don't think it's worth watching.
I will not.
James Marsden and Frank Langella. Anyway, I'm not a Richard Kelly guy. I am an Alex Cox guy, and he is super awesome. But yeah, as you go through his filmography after Sid and Nancy and Walker, it's just kind of, it's a bit of a steep drop, but it's like a lot of it is just money. But he's also like hasn't strictly been a filmmaker. He's done a lot of like film criticism and other stuff. Like he's kept busy. I think he might be a professor as well. So
interesting.
But yeah, I mean, I so much more respect though the path of like just make your wildest possible shit and like take your shot. Like who cares about if you get a bunch more? And actually, I'll do a preview here. I'm not going to do the full. If you like this, try this. But I do have Walker. This is also worth watching. This is the one that he blew it all on. It stars Ed Harris as the titular character Walker, and it's based on a real guy, William Walker, who basically became a like mercenary soldier in Nicaragua until he appointed himself basically the president and dictator for several months. And it's made and that was in the 19th century, I think. But he does it with all these different like modern anachronistic like touches that sort of come through, and the end is fucking crazy of this one as well. And it is the score is by Joe Strummer. So
okay.
Again, has that, and it's great too. It's a great like sort of Western tinge score, and 94 minutes. Great. So
Perfect length for a movie.
I heartily recommend Walker because it oh, thanks for the follow, Propabellend. Thank you, Propabellend. That sounds like something Alex Cox would call Donald Trump.
It's gonna be embarrassing.
Sorry. Oh, nice. No, it's all right. Thanks for the follow, Dan. Appreciate it.
I thought I had followed you a long time ago.
No, that's all good. I got to hear my "Let's go do some crimes" alert. Which is I think the best line. Let's go do some crimes.
I love crimes.
Yeah, that I think is one of the most quoted lines. And then when later she's like, "What about those? Let's do those crimes we were gonna do," and he says, "Yeah, let's go get sushi and not pay." That's the and it is also, I think, because you called Emilio a poser in the beginning, and he certainly is, but also I think part of what's funny about the roving punks that are always holding up the convenience stores or doing whatever and causing shit for Emilio, they're kind of posers too, like with that line, and especially and that guy, especially the guy that steals his girlfriend, when he reveals to be ultimate bitch made, right, when they're in the car, he's like, "Would you want to like get married and we could have kids?" And she's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" It's like, the whole reason I like got with you is because I didn't want this shit from lame looking Emilio.
Yeah, Emilio's a fucking dork.
Until then, he goes in the radioactive car and flies away. And
yeah, exactly.
That's like the really cool shit that he does. I mean, he does look pretty fucking cool in this movie too. I mean, like everybody looks pretty awesome. I mean, like, even with his dumb little earring, I still like it. It's a look.
I think it's kind of cool, yeah. It's a time,
Yeah. It's, like, it's such a great, like, cult movie, because a lot of times these, like, cult movies like this are, like, you like them, but they have, like, rough edges. And I guess this kind of does, like, especially, like, the special effects and stuff, but it does just, it has the, like, the low-key feeling of that sort of like indie thing, but then it has that polish of the Robbie Mueller cinematography, like the Harry Dean Stanton, like great actor, like in that role and stuff, that just elevates it so much beyond like, some, movie that was just shot for a few $1,000s or whatever with friends.
Yeah, I expected it to look honestly a lot worse than it did, just from the limited knowledge I had on it before. Like, it's just an 80s like sort of punk shitty movie, not a big budget thing. So I didn't expect it to look as good as it did.
Part of me does want to see this movie like pre-restored on a VHS tape on a CRT TV,
Yeah, it definitely has that vibe.
I do want to see it like that. But also it does have a beautiful restoration from Criterion, which I am not officially sponsored by, but you'd be confused. And that, but they did do the thing that I've been fucked by Criterion so many times. I buy the Blu-ray of Repo Man, and then like a year after I buy it, they say, "We're re-releasing this as a 4K Ultra HD disc." Are you fucking kidding me? That's happened to me so many times.
Yeah, they do that a lot, eh?
Yeah. So anyway,
then sometimes they'll send you the 4K and it'll just be it'll be a fucking 1080p disc, not the 4K disc. Then you got to send it back, and then whole thing.
I also used to get confused a lot too, because they'll say 4K restoration on the back, but it's not a 4K disc, right?
No, it was just
and so I'll be like,
4K
I'm getting and so I'll be like, I'm getting a 4K of this, and it's like, and so it took me, that was early in my Criterion collecting, where it took me a while to realize, oh, okay, these are distinctions.
They were kind of a little late to the game on the 4K stuff too, weren't they? Like,
yeah, and so now they're sort of catching up and they're re-releasing stuff. And I did finally purchase my first 4K that I already owned on Blu-ray in Mishima: A Life in 4 Chapters, which is a fucking awesome movie. That's one that you could also.
I've never seen that, but I would like to see that.
Yeah, that's my favorite movie actually. It's you can check my letterbox right now. It's number 1. But like, yeah, it also happened with another Robbie Mueller, Paris, Texas. It's happened so many times. In fact, I specifically, after it burned me a few times, I was like, okay, I am not buying Seven Samurai until they release it on 4K, because that is one I'm sure they will do, and last year they did. And so I waited until, but I was like, I'm going to start being better about this. If this is a movie where I'm like, is there any chance they'll re-release it in 4K? But I'll still get burned. Anyway, I'm debating whether I'm going to get the high and low. What do we think? ADHD MD, should I get a high and low Criterion 4K? Because I already have the Blu-ray. That's my favorite Akira Kurosawa film, which is actually the inspiration for the new Spike Lee movie. So relevant.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the one with Denzel.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's based on a Akira Kurosawa movie that I have a feeling is going to be better than the Spike Lee movie, though I'm sure I'm actually excited to see it, just because I love Denzel as well, and I love Spike and Denzel is always great. So seeing what they'll do together, I'm excited to see that. Did this movie remind you of any other kind of movies? Like, are there any because I was surprised that you hadn't seen this when we were talking about it, and that's why when I found that out, I was like, well, this is the movie we're going to talk, because this is such a Dan movie.
I mean, I mentioned earlier, it reminded me of a few different Dukes of Hazzard episodes.
I haven't watched a lot of Dukes of Hazzard. Just the movie with Jessica Simpson.
Oh, I mean, I haven't seen that actually, but I've heard it's really good.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of, I don't know, just the vibe. It had a lot of this. I think it's just because it's in LA. It was very similar to Falling Down in the way it looked.
Yes.
But I think that's just LA. So.
Falling Down, that's another one for, I think he's lurking for a bit, but Spanker Prime, that's one, Falling Down.
Oh, yeah.
For the LA, yeah, again, looking sweaty. Looking like you could see the haze. Well, actually, hang on, I need to edit, I just realized I do this every time. If you liked, all right, well, it's time for my segment. My segment that was, created by all credit again to my wife, to Travel Scrabble, for giving me the idea for this segment. But this is, if you liked Repo Man, try. So I jumped the gun on this one. But first of all, if you liked Repo Man, watch Walker. Walker is great. The Alex Cox's last studio film that he made. He put his ultimate blank check that he knew was gonna bounce, so he put as much on that bouncing check as possible, and it's awesome. Down to how he made it, which I don't even want to spoiler because it's in the credits of the movie. Watch this movie. Okay, this one is obvious, and this was, I mean, the rest of these, I think you've probably seen all of these, Dan. But this isn't obvious to me. If you like Repo Man, you've probably already seen They Live. If you haven't, you definitely need to.
It's one of the greatest movies ever made.
And I think it's like, the labels were what really made me think of They Live, right? The beer and all that is like consume and all that kind. But just the vibe, again, the same kind of laid back vibe with like crazy shit happening. The best hand-to-hand fight in a movie ever. We love They Live. And this other one, I love this movie, Texas Chainsaw 2. I mean, I love the first one as well, but the 2 is it has that like really broad satirical comedy that's like brutally violent as well and stuff, and but it's mostly just trying to have fun as a movie. Like it's like a movie that knows it's a movie, and so is trying to make like itself crazy entertaining and laid back and all that. Love Texas Chainsaw 2. And then the last one that I have here, Cronenberg, Scanners. You've seen Scanners, Dan?
I believe so. Which one is Scanners?
Scanners is the one where you concentrate on the guy and then it goes, and their head, the veins bulge in their heads, and then
No, I don't think I have seen Scanners.
Oh, it's the one that has. I mean, you've seen the GIF of the guy's head exploding. You definitely that's used that's used everywhere. But yeah, this is to me like, because it's Cronenberg with a pretty low budget, and why I've always loved Scanners is it's the example of like how performance like can push past like what the budget is, because there's not too many like effects. It's like sound design and people going like and it's like awesome.
Yeah,
so I love
Cronenberg
that.
rules.
Yeah, Cronenberg does absolutely rule. Scanners, to me, gives a similar vibe to Repo Man. If anybody else have any other suggestions, I'm going to open this to the chat of if you like Repo Man, try something. I don't know, whatever. I haven't done this before. I just decided to do this just now. But if anybody has any other suggestions for if you like Repo Man, try. Because that's one of the great things that I love doing is recommending movies to people. Holy Motors. You know what? I haven't seen that one. But I need to. That's Leos Carax, right? I need to watch Holy Motors. That's one that's been on my watch list. I'll move it up. Okay. Oh, I need to do an end of this for the TikTok. If you liked Repo Man, try those movies. Okay, great. So yeah, that's like, I mean, is there anything else we have left to say about Repo Man, Dan?
I don't know. I don't think there's much I have. I mean, I didn't have much to say at all about it. I apologize. I'm not very good at talking.
But like, again, it's all good because I feel really, what I try to do in this show when I'm finding a movie to talk about with my guests is I really want to pick something that the guest is going to love. So to me,
I mean, you nailed that.
That's great. Like that's awesome. And like we ADHDMD just keeps doing all the TV party lyrics. Like we had a great hang with my friends in the Repo Man office. Like this is a new thing I've been doing, and it's annoying, but I'm gonna keep doing it. And that's referring to movie characters as my friends.
I think that's cool.
The first time I did this recently when I was actually last weekend watching the latest Jurassic Park movie, which is terrible. It's almost as bad as War of the Worlds.
I heard it sucks. Yeah.
And it has a bunch of like freakish dinosaurs where they like have made them like genetic mutations, so it's really annoying because they don't even look like dinosaurs. They look like shitty CGI. Like they look like a better CG version of the Godzilla 1998 Godzilla with Matthew Broderick.
Not an endorsement.
Exactly. It's not an endorsement. They suck. And so I was just like miserable watching this movie because I mean the first Jurassic Park's one of my favorite movies, and I love fucking dinosaurs in movies when they're done well. Like, of course, they're dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are inherently cool. And then there's a moment in the latest Jurassic Park where there's a cameo from the T-Rex. Just a regular old T-Rex shows up.
What?
And I'm like, and it was like a breath of fresh air. I'm like, my friend, the T-Rex.
Yeah, why would they do that? Just to remind you of what you could be looking at.
There was a part of me that's like, is this like in the like you can't make a Jurassic Park movie without the T-Rex in it? Because this is also another thing that is a huge trope in the Jurassic Park movies is the Deus Rex Machina, the Deus T-Rex Machina of at the end of the first Jurassic Park when they're in the visitor center and they're getting hunted by the velociraptors, and then that's where they get saved by the T-Rex coming after the velociraptors, allowing them to escape. And in Jurassic World, which is just okay, it's like Jurassic World is fine, and then everything that came after is so terrible. But that one is also a genetic freak, the Indomitus Rex or whatever that they make for that park, getting defeated, like having a fight with the T-Rex. But actually, the ultimate save is the big giant sea dinosaur that comes up and grabs it or whatever. Anyway, that movie's kind of stupid too. I don't know why I'm talking about this. Anyway, so those are my friends. The point is that the only time I liked that movie is when I saw my friend the T-Rex. And now, like, when I really love a movie, and especially a movie like this, which is just kind of a vibe hangout movie, I'm like, yeah, these are all my friends. This is Emilio and Harry Dean, and like they're gonna tell me the repo code, and we're gonna have a good time and fly off into a green glowing car in the end. It's just like, it's a good time. Like, yeah. In some ways, it's a bad choice for a podcast episode, and that's on me, because what is there to say about it? It's just like a cool, good time. I guess I could have done like more like making of research. I watched the interview. I mean, it was a roundtable discussion with the producers and Alex Cox. And it was great. It was a really, because it was filmed in like 2005, so it was like over 20 years after they had done it. But you know, a lot of the people in it were still alive. Like they're still talking about Harry Dean Stanton in the present tense and stuff.
Oh wow.
But yeah, that's where I learned that Harry Dean was miserable on the set and like walked off set several times. And anyway, but he's great in the movie. So, and that happens all the time in movies too. Of like, actor has a terrible time, gives an amazing performance. I think of Gene Hackman in Royal Tenenbaums, right? Like he hated.
He hated making that movie.
He hated making that movie. I mean, I don't know. I think he just like had instant regret signing on to it because it was a young director. He didn't know. He was at the end of his career. It was literally the last movie he made.
Wow.
And so he just like wasn't, and I don't know, like he hadn't done any real of the like that class of 90s indie movies that sort of like sprung out starting in the 90s, and then that Wes Anderson sort of came out of with, you know, Quentin Tarantino, and that with gave birth to like fucking Kevin Smith. But like again, that's like another person that was like came out of indie and brought into like making, you know, bigger movies, and so he just didn't vibe with that whole thing. So Paris, Texas ADHD MD is another one of the Criterions that they released on 4K after I already owned it on Blu-ray, so I'm pretty bitter about it because that is one of the most beautifully shot movies ever. And that's also, you know what, I almost could have, no, it's such a different vibe from this movie. It's not an if you like this, try this, but if you did like the cinematography of this and the way that it like, especially like the scenes that are more like out in the desert, sort of like when they pull them over and things like that, or like that are more out in the outskirts, that's like Paris, Texas to me, is like being in the middle of the country or the like some forgotten little part of civilization. That's a great movie. And Straight Story, another ADHD, the Harry Dean Stanton just in the very last scene of Straight Story. But I love Straight Story. That's one of the best David Lynch movies for my money.
I don't think I've ever seen that one. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I mean, it's another one that I can recommend. That's one I can recommend to anyone, because people that are like more into the more weird Lynch, there is a lot of that in there. There's like just like some cool. It's got an amazing Angelo Badalamenti score, and really cool like film like cinematography, like looking up at the stars and stuff like that, and some. But then it also is a G-rated Disney movie about an old man riding a lawnmower to go visit his brother, and you can recommend it to your mom and dad or whatever. Like it's like, and they would love it because it's just about this old guy and this journey, and he meets the people on the way to try to like go reunite with his brother, and it's great.
Yeah, that sounds lovely.
It is quite lovely. Dan, you've been a lovely guest. Do you have anything that you'd like to plug?
No, not really.
You sometimes stream. I mean, sometimes.
Yeah. I'm trying to stream more. Yeah, on twitch.tv/early90spants. I do streams a couple times a week. I'm trying to do it more, but you know, I'm a busy guy.
Same. I mean, I want to get back to after I do this high effort stream tomorrow. I want to get back to more hangouts. I still have this. I haven't even touched this. This is what I've been doing on stream. I make. I have a Lego that I've been building.
Oh, nice.
I am an adult fan of Lego. This is a botanical garden that's in process.
Okay.
Now. Like here is
nice.
This is a little like coffee place. There's a little. Actually, where's my barista? Oh, here he is. Yeah, there's a barista minifig.
So is this like part of the Lego City sets, or is that? I'm not a big Lego guy. I don't know too much about it, but.
So I do think this may connect to other. You might be able to put it with the other Lego cities. I don't really do them that much, but it's the architectural Legos are the ones that I really love.
Yeah, those ones are cool.
Yeah, and the like I did. And I also love ones that are like sculptures. I really like doing the Bowser. There's like giant Bowser one.
Oh yeah.
And I also have a giant Yoda as well. That was really fun to do, a big Yoda.
Oh sweet.
Yeah. So I want to get back to just doing. I put on a TV movie and make some do some progress on my Lego. So I'll do that next weekend. I don't know what's going to be on the chat about next weekend. Stay tuned for that. It might be another wife ep. We'll see.
Hell yeah.
Wife and me. But Dan, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah,
It's been a
absolutely.
blast.
It's been great. Everybody, of course, should follow Dan, and I guess until next time, we'll see you at the movies. Goodbye. Let me decide who to raid here. Is anybody live? Raid.
They don't realize that there's this like lattice of coincidence.
I don't want to raid Max. I don't trust what Max is doing over there. Here, I'll raid who else. That's fine. All right, everybody. We will catch you and the next time.
No explanation.
And
No point looking for one either. It's all part of a cosmic unconscious.
goodbye.
Read a lot of